Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Number one, I pulled a couple of cards here and I wanted to just relay the message. But I also have another message for some of you who just need to know that you're okay and you're not alone in what you're going through. And I always hate hearing this, but what you're going through is exactly what you're supposed to be going through. We're clearing some relationship programs right now. And for a lot of you, it is narcissist empath relationship dynamics. And it may be that a cycle has come back around where the same thing keeps happening over and over and over again. Maybe the same time last year. And, for some of you, I'm seeing that it's your mother. And you're being offered this cycling back around again, the same thing coming back around again, in order to react differently, to witness the pattern, to see that it's a pattern, and also to see where you've given your power away. In order to make a decision, to take that power back. And the power doesn't come back to you by force. That's the narcissist way. Because of insecurity, because they have a hard time accessing their emotional body, letting that guide the way, and they operate out of fear and insecurity. And so that's where their decisions come from, that's where their triggers come from, and they try to force, manipulate. And our power comes from trust, comes from knowing. It doesn't come from force, it comes from allowing. So we are being asked to place our boundaries and then allow the universe to support us in the way it's meant to support us. So we do need to stick by our boundaries and follow through, which is not always easy to do, because what we're going to do is trigger their insecurity and their feeling of losing control. But we have to trust that we don't have to force it after that. We just set our boundary, we stand behind it, and we stand powerful in it, backed up by the universe and by the light and by our guides. And we inevitably will trigger the fear. We will trigger them. And this cycle has come back around for us to react and act and command our space in a way that we never did before. You have the choice to do that now. So, and it looks to be like it's on the heels of a lot of what you've been asking for and manifesting and creating in your life. Things are happening. A door has opened. This feels like it's connected to the Lion's Gate too, but also it's the number 2 card. They're showing me February. So the process of this started back in February, 333 on my recording. I'm not sure if I have a video from back in February that I might need to go back and look at, but the 333 Jesus is just trying to get my attention a little bit and tell me that I may have given you a message back in February that may be connected to this as well. So I'm going to go back and look through my old videos. You go back and look through my old videos too. Either February of this year or last year, or it's in February. And it may be that it's something that you were asking for at that time that is now coming to fruition. That through setting these boundaries, through witnessing this cycle that's come back around again, and seeing your role in it, first of all, in how you gave your power away, but how you reacted and how you were triggered and when you acted out of fear and instead of out of faith. They're wanting you to witness that pattern, because the things that you've been asking for, this new beginning, and I see all the yellow and all on here, so it looks like It looks like solar plexus. It looks like money, maybe. It could be job or career, or it could be love too. Just abundance and joy in general can be connected to any one of those things. When we access joy, it's like it's coming to fruition right now. This is a number 37 card, which breaks down to a number 10. So it's like the number of completion again, and coming to fruition. It's being completed. So it's like this new beginning that you've been asking for is coming to fruition. But in order to get to that, there's going to be a little bit of resistance and struggle against it. It's going to show you where before the struggles that you've had every time you come back to this cycle, every time you go to step into your power, every time you try to command your energy space, there is this resistance here. And not just resistance, but conflict. And I think what it's meant to show you is the pattern of inner conflict and doubting yourself, teetering between fear or faith, your ego versus intuition, and they really want you to trust that the journey that you've been through, everything that you've been through, every time you've been through this cycle, there's a lesson about your strength that you need to witness now, tune into, and really carry that forward. And it feels like a burden on your back. There's a lot of burden that you're trying to carry on your own, that they're wanting you to see something about that pattern. Something about trying to do it all yourself. Feeling like you don't have any help, that it's all you, that, you're facing this problem or this situation, or you're facing this narcissist on your own. You have to do it all on your own. And there's something about healing relationship dynamics and taking your power back from this relationship dynamic in order for the new beginnings, the new relationships to come into your life. So it could also be that it's someone that you met back in February who is coming back around, and whatever process you're clearing right now. I have solar plexus clearing right now. For some of you, it's a boss. Some of you, it's this forceful, dictating, manipulative kind of narcissistic energy that takes advantage of you and crafts their own story, and that you're needing to witness right now. Step back from and release that burden. It has made you so strong and you needed to face these battles on your own. It could be in February, like I'm seeing that, like my breakup was right around February. So it could be that, endings are also new beginnings. So that time period where things were, my relationship was ending, the next relationship cycle for me was starting to begin. It was just beginning. And so for some of you, it could be that a new relationship is coming to fruition now. And the strength that you acquired, this acquired, is not required anymore, because you have backup, because the experience that you've been through, there was so much purpose to it. There is so much purpose to it. Even though it's hard to see, it's like I can't see the forest for the trees. That's what I hear. And I had actually gone for a really long hike yesterday after I got triggered just a little bit to get out in the woods, ground myself, connect with the trees, connect with nature. This resilience, not needing to do it on your own. It is time to put down the burden of feeling like you need to do it on your own. It's like the universe forced you to do it on your own to show you that you could, but that it's a conscious choice not to. I don't need to do it on my own. I got Jeebus. I've got my guides. I've got the universe. I've got backing. And I also know that I have the support of this new relationship beginning, the support of that, even though it hasn't come to fruition, human fruition yet, I can feel the support of that partner. And so I draw off of the strength of not feeling alone and having a backup, having someone supporting me. I can feel that already because of what I've been through here and what I've witnessed. So for some of you, there are going to be some challenges that come in your way because those challenges want to come and block this new beginning. That may look like it's someone else trying to stop you from achieving your goals, from pursuing the dreams or the job or the relationship that you really want to make time for in your life. But it's not them. It's not about them. It is a very strong resistance inside of you to allowing yourself to open up and be vulnerable to relationships. There is a resistance to the old relationship dynamic that you're used to, distorted masculine, distorted feminine, and you are right to listen to the triggers connected to that type of relationship. That one you do not need. So that resistance comes up in you when it is the old dynamic, when it's not in alignment with who you are now. 11:11 on my recording. There is also that resistance that comes up, that fear that comes up in you when there's big change coming, even when it's for the good. The inner child in you steps up and says, I don't want things to change. I don't want things to change. Change is so hard. And that's going to look like you trying to make some sort of change and other people resisting it. It's just a mirror of the resistance that you have going on inside of you. You don't need to battle them. You don't need to battle them. You just create your boundary. You just create your boundary. You listen to what it's showing you from inside. You listen to that scared little inner child, and you assure them, you assure her that our backup is here. We just have to trust. We just have to trust and calm ourselves down and breathe and be in a space of divine timing, letting ourselves flow with divine timing. It's all working out for a reason. It's all happening for a reason, and it's all working out for a reason. This is what you were meant for. So don't let the struggles get you down. Just listen to them. Listen to the frustration. Feel the wall that's there and how uncomfortable it is. And choose, make a choice to open yourself back up again and again and again and again. Okay? Your relationship that you've been asking for is right there. It's right there. Seeing the number 3 here from the 21, broken down to a number 3. I'm seeing within 3 weeks. For some of you, within 3 weeks. For some of you, within 3 months. Just keep showing up. Keep showing up. Keep showing up as you. Sometimes we go back into hiding. We feel this resistance. We feel this fear come back in. The old us trying to hold on. And we just need to sit. We need to listen to it. We just need to listen. She's scared. They're scared. Change is hard. It's unknown. I can't trust in the unknown. It's so scary to trust in the unknown. That's where we come in. That's where this reassurance comes in. We are going to have these periods of resistance and fear cycles. Fear cycles come back around. Every time we take that step forward, that next step, pushing forward, really flowing forward. Whatever kind of fear, whatever kind of energies don't match the vibration, the higher vibration of that, are going to show their faces to you. And to me, it feels like they might amplify in the next 3 months. So draw off of that resilience, draw off of that power, that strength that you have built up through your experience, the things that you've been through. Are you fucking kidding me? You can get through anything. You're going to be challenged by this. And it is also meant to build your strength in your knowing that this is really, really worth it. It's got to be worth it. Otherwise, it wouldn't be creating kind of fear in other people. Afraid of you stepping into your light. I must be doing it. I must be doing it then. I'm going to move away from this and allow them to process their fear. And I'm not going to absorb that or receive that. There are definitely patterns of this narcissistic empath program that we're meant to see and break the ancestral pattern of it's resilient in itself. That insecurity, the need in that type of energy to feel secure through power and control is pretty resilient. But everything, it's like, this is what you've been training for. This is what you've been training for. And you've got your sights set on this thing coming to fruition. It's like she's pushing through. She is pushing through. It's like right there across the horizon. Okay? It's right there. It's so close. Now, for some of you, this is about your partner, a love partner for you, whether that's divine masculine, divine feminine, counterpart, soulmate, however you resonate with it and describe it, and whatever relationship you've been asking for, it's like it's right there. So in order to fortify this strength, draw off of that. That is your partner. Your partner's there. Act as if they're there. Act as if you have that backup, that support. You're not alone. This is a message from them. You're not alone. I'm right there. I'm right there. Open yourself up. Open yourself up to receive that and to feel that, even though you can't see me. The strength is in believing, even if we can't see. That's the power of manifestation too. Feeling the energy of that, digging down really deep past the layers of fear, and the things that they say, the things that your mother has said to you, or your father has said to you, or your ex-partners have said to you about who they think you are, the blame, or shifting and twisting the truth around. Just trust that God sees everything. They're totally transparent. I mean, they're not fooling anybody. They're not fooling me. You're not going to fool me and tell me who I am or what my truth is, because what you just said it's actually a flat out lie. It's not even true at all. But I don't need to convince you that it's not true. I just need to stand strong in my truth. Like, no, I could see right through you. It's fine. God sees right through you. And God is communicating to you through your own eyes. You see right through it. And in the past, there is this pattern of us wanting to prove what we see, to force ourselves to be heard, or to convince them of our truth. We just need to keep powering through, keep heading forward, just keep moving forward, just take that next step, take that next step, take that next step. They're going to try to pull you back. They're going to try to pull you back. That resistance inside of you is very strong. It's all a projection of what's inside of you. Why are you resisting this new beginning? Because of your experience in the past, because of the relationships and the way they started in the past. This looks too good to be true. This looks too good to be true. Blah, 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 blah. It could be that someone that you've been talking to for a very long time, you haven't even noticed because it didn't start out the way that all those old relationships that were very powerful did in the first place. And all of a sudden, you're going to open your eyes and realize that they've been there for you all along. That's interesting. That's specific to some of you. Yeah, it's happening now, and it's very close. Within 3 weeks or 3 months, that's what I'm hearing. That's funny. My mom just texted me. She's not a narcissist. She is amazing. But it's funny. I'm going to check to see what it says. She said, "It's never simple, is it?" Obviously, that's connected. It's never simple, is it? So this is a message from, obviously it comes through divine energy as I'm in more divine energy. This is from Divine Mother. It's never easy, is it? These things that we have to go through. When we carry them as a load, when we resist them and feel the heaviness of them only, and we don't try to see the light in them. There's something going on with my car right now. It's been in the shop. I've had to have the engine has to be replaced, and my engine is like a unicorn apparently because it's a turbo engine, and it's never acted like a turbo a day in its life, but it just stalled and it blew up, and so they've been working on it for a long time now. I haven't had my car in over a month, and they just called today, and I mean the hits just keep. That's the thing that I hear. The hits just keep on coming. They just keep on coming. But I had to create a boundary with the mechanic, and as soon as I did, as soon as I let him know where I was coming from, and to not try to, I see right through you. You're completely transparent. You don't need to lie to me. If my car's not going to be ready for a week, don't tell me tomorrow. Okay? Tell me in a week, maybe. But be honest and open with me about it, because I can handle it, and then I get to plan my life. Then I at least know what is going on. Don't salesman me. And keep me updated, communicate with me. Communication is very important right now. There's a lot going on with the throat chakra. He's been calling me ever since then. He's been going to bat for me. He has searched high and wide for an engine for me, and then there's trouble with that engine, and he's calling the dealerships and Hyundai manufacturer, and he found out that there's a class action lawsuit on this type of engine, and he filed it for me. And sometimes setting boundaries for other people is a favor for them because it makes them step up too. Just do it coming from a place of love for yourself, and in a way that still respects them, and watch the way that it unfolds. The stuff that's going on with my car, I could be very, very stressed out about it. It's $7,000. I don't know what I'm going to do. And I just keep telling people, Jesus hasn't really told me what I'm going to do just yet, so I'm not going to be afraid. Just going to take one step in front of another and go from there. So I had texted my mom about it, and she said, it's never simple, is it? This journey is very layered. It's so layered, and I'm not going to pretend to see all the layers. But if I get my head out of the way, just tune into here, I can feel them. I can feel that the answers are there. I can feel that everything happens for a reason, that it's coming from this place. It's showing me my resilience. When he called me, I wasn't triggered. I wasn't in fear. I didn't lose it. I took a nap because my brain was tired of thinking, and I just needed a nap, and I just surrendered like that, when before I may have freaked out. So the experiences in my life are leading up to something coming into fruition. My car and the stuff that's going on is connected to that in some way. Okay? It has something to do with the body also. It's not body work that I had done, it's engine work. So it's something inside the body that is part of the message for me, working on something inside of the body. And so I'm just listening to those messages and allowing it to be shown to me. And if there's still stuff going on with my car, I haven't quite gotten to the depth of the message yet. What is it symbolically? That it's showing me everything's a mirror. So it's something inside of my body that's needing to be. So now he's got to rebuild the engine. He's not replacing it with a used one. He's rebuilding it completely. So, which is going to take a lot longer. He's asking me to have patience. But that he's rebuilding it. And it feels to me like that's a message from Jesus too. That, maybe this is about my heart. Maybe this is about my engine. That right now is being built. You can't just put a replacement one in there. I can't just put a replacement relationship in there, because those relationships from the past, those are all the old template. I just need to be patient as I'm rebuilding what a healthy, conscious relationship is supposed to look like. And sometimes we have to do that by seeing what we don't want and seeing the relationships that are toxic and owning our role in them too. So that's why narcissist empath energies are coming forward right now for us to dismantle our role in giving away our power and trying to enforce or force our power in the same way kind of that they do. Because a new relationship is trying to come in, new relationship with yourself, a new relationship with a guide, new relationship with a guy I just heard. For some of you, that's a man coming in for you. Opening yourself up to receiving it. Okay? That's a lot of message out of 3 cards, but thank you, sweet babe Jesus and my mom. Yeah, if you guys want to do a private reading, if you want to dig into these energies for yourself, there is a lot going on in the field, and now is the time to do it. Just remembering my master teacher just posted something yesterday about I'm just seeing another text message on there too that I think is connected. About how we're getting ready to go through a collective dark night of the soul, because there's a lot of people that have been awakening, and once you, like when you first are activated into awakening, you tend to go through a dark night of the soul where the beliefs and the way that you view the world is kind of in a dismantling kind of phase. I feel like we go through many awakenings, and when we do come through another awakening, like after the Lion's Gate, there is a little bit of a dark night of the soul where things get dismantled. We don't need to submerge ourselves in there and get lost in the feeling of that. We have had experience in the past with dark night of the soul. And so we know, and we have the tools that we need to shine light on it, to examine those shadowy places, to embrace them, to shift and do things differently this time, to take care of ourselves in a way we never took care of ourselves before. And that does not include projecting and blaming and shaming other people. Sometimes that's what happens when we get stuck in this dark, shadowy place. We also attract in people who do that to us. I was supposed to have a class tonight that has now gotten canceled. They had no more people sign up. They didn't have enough people sign up for it. But the place where I'm holding this class, I feel like there are some shadowy places in that place, and I keep coming up against resistance when I'm there and when I deal with the people who run the place. And when I was in there, when I was in person talking to them, everything seems to flow. But this is another energy that's been coming up lately, is tuning into your feelings. What are you feeling, though? Because some people are putting on a face, some people are putting on a front, and they're not quite doing the work that they need to be doing in order to align with where you're going. And so it really is just pushing through and understanding that resilience, and also understanding that something else is coming to fruition. So at the same time, someone else had texted me, and I was on a waiting list to do a throat chakra sound bath tonight at another place that I read cards. And she had texted me and said, just come anyway. I'll make a spot for you. You know, I'm not keeping you on the wait list. I'll make room for you. And I was like, oh, that's amazing. I think I might have a class tonight though. So I'm just waiting to hear if they're going to cancel it or not. So it's this, whatever I'm pushing towards is coming to fruition, because I'm manifesting the things that I need to get there. What do I need? I need to clear my throat chakra. I need to have this support with other people who are in the same place in clearing their throat chakra. And that is going to help to create the boundaries, to enforce the boundaries in a loving way, to free my voice. Sometimes this thing that comes in is people that want to shut you up. People want to shut you up. And we don't have to scream to be heard. That's what I'm hearing. You don't have to scream to be heard.
They can't hear you anyway when you're screaming. So it's more about confidence, and confidence is a character trait that you work on. It's something that you build. It's something that you choose, and it's something that you have to practice. But you don't practice it by forcing it. You practice it by just being it. There's a difference between that and yelling and screaming and threatening and all of that. That comes from a place that you need to examine if that is your go-to. Okay? Because the way you operate in this new relationship is so much less reactive. There are going to be times where it is reactive, but you're going to catch yourself right away. You're going to be like, that's the old way. Oh, that's the fear. That's this jumping in. I don't need to survive. I don't need to be in survival mode. I don't need to survive this new thing coming in. It's not a threat. It's not a threat. There are other things that are going to come in and show you where the threat is. This is not a threat. This is your teammate. This is your life partner. This is your dream career. This is your trip, the trip that you've always wanted to take, the move that you've always wanted to make. For I hear one of you, for one of you, this is about moving internationally. That's specific, obviously, for someone moving internationally. Okay? All right, guys. I love you so much. If you want to book a session with me, information's down in the box below. Thank you for supporting me and this channel. Please make sure to hit the like button, subscribe, share, comment down here. Comment if you resonate. Comment with each other. Comment on each other's comments. And let's make an effort to really connect from a place of presence and understanding and resilience and connection and sistering, and I've got you. Okay? Love you guys.